welcome on stage Ivana Bartoletti. She's the Global Chief Privacy and AI Governance Officer at Wipro. May I please ask you to give a huge round of applause for Ms. Ivana Bartoletti. Thank you very much, Ivana. The stage is all yours.
Thank you very much, and it's great to be here with you. Being Italian, I know that eating is very important, as it is for you. So I know that listening right after lunch. I mean, Italians, we drink a lot of coffee after lunch, and so thank you for being here. So thank you for inviting me here, and I also want to say thank you to India for convening the AI Summit at a very important moment in the evolution of artificial intelligence. From Monday, global leaders will gather to discuss AI, and the timing is certainly not symbolic, it is structural. We're moving from a phase of experimentation to a phase of systemic embedding of AI. Previous global conversations, from Bletchley Park to Paris last year, have focused on safety and catastrophic risks. That focus was and still is absolutely necessary. But today, risk management alone is not sufficient. The defining questions are now about readiness, about institutional preparedness, about whether governance can keep pace with technological acceleration. This is where India's leadership matters. India is home to over 1.4 billion people. It generates roughly 20% of the world's data. It has the second largest AI talent base globally. And more than 700 million citizens are digitally connected. According to McKinsey, generative AI alone could add between $2.6 and $4.4 trillion annually to the global economy across sectors. This is not marginal growth. This is structural transformation. India's experience with digital infrastructure shows something critical to the world. And that is the large-scale technology adoption is possible when two conditions align. First, when society is open to transformation. And second, when institutional capacity supports and regulates that transformation. This alignment is rare and is very powerful. India's technological approach, evolving beyond purely ex-ante restriction, reflects an ambition to move from risk categorization towards life cycle accountability. As AI scales, governance must scale with it. This summit, therefore, is not just about symbolic leadership, it is also about operational leadership. This is the first such gathering of its kind hosted in the Global South, and that matters very much. AI governance cannot remain a conversation driven solely by normative approach, drafted in policy papers. It must evolve into implementation capacity. I've been involved into the AI governance discussions for the past 10 years, but now something's profoundly shifted. And the shift we need, in my view, is very clear. From abstract risk management to accountable deployment, from principle statements to institutional readiness, from regulation as reaction to governance as capability. Because AI will not only reward technical capacity, it will reward absorption capacity, the ability of institutions and businesses to translate AI adoption into productivity, inclusion, and long-term resilience. Institutional power will determine who benefits from AI. When we speak about superintelligent AI, we should not imagine science fiction. We should observe acceleration. Foundation models, they're now capable of reasoning across domains, systems designing molecules and accelerating drug discovery, autonomous agents executing complex workflows, generative models reshaping knowledge production and communications. These are deployed realities. But alongside the innovation, we have seen systemic stress, disinformation amplified at scale, synthetic media affecting women disproportionately, AI companions influencing vulnerable populations, labor displacement concerns across multiple sectors, and workers questioning their future and their employment stability. And we must be honest about something else. AI is not just software. It is semiconductor supply chain. It is earth, rare materials. It is hyperscalers, data centers. It is energy grids under strain. AI is infrastructure. It is energy. It is geopolitics. The competition is not longer only about better models. It is about compute capacity, sovereign infrastructure, and strategic autonomy. This is where governance must mature. In the era of superintelligence systems, governance must mean institutional capacity to deploy responsibly at scale. It must be regulatory clarity aligned with innovation cycles, public-private coordination on infrastructure, resilient supply chains, robust audit and oversight mechanisms, skills development within institutions. Governance is never a constraint on growth. It is the architecture that allows growth to be sustainable and provide long-term value. The countries that succeed will not be the ones that move fastest alone. They will be the ones that move fastest with trust. If AI is to scale, it must be trusted. And this is not an abstract. It is built layer by layer. First, direction before capacity. Capability without direction creates volatility. Before expanding compute and model power, nations must define societal objectives. What economic transformation is intended? What risks are totally unacceptable? What sectors are prioritized? Clarity of direction stabilizes acceleration. Second, design for trust. Trust must be embedded at the design stage. Transparent data flows, documented model development, human oversight mechanisms, and clear accountability chains. Retrofitting trust after deployment is not an option. It's costly, and it is very destabilizing. Number three, inclusion as performance. AI systems reflect the institutions behind them. Inclusion is not just moral signaling, it is system optimization, diverse data sets, diverse design teams, and inclusive regulatory input reduce systemic bias and enhance resilience. Four, democratization beyond access. Democratizing AI does not just mean giving everybody access to powerful tools. It is participation in design, governance, and standard setting, open ecosystems, interoperability, capacity building for regulators and enterprises. Nations must move beyond from being consumers of AI to co-architects of its evolution. India combines scale, talent, digital infrastructure, and political ambition. Its digital infrastructures demonstrate the deployment at national scale can align with public objectives. Its AI workforce provides capability, its data ecosystem provides input, its demographic scale provides testing ground. But leadership now requires more than deployment. It requires shaping the norms for scalable governance. Superintelligent AI will test institutions. It will test regulatory ability and speed. It will test democratic resilience. The question is not whether AI will transform our societies. It will. The question is whether governance systems can evolve from compliance structures into strategic capabilities. We are entering a phase where AI is becoming an embedded layer of economic and institutional life. The dawn of superintelligent AI is not a distant horizon. It is a present structural shift. The countries and businesses that will lead these huge transformations are those that will be able to align technological ambition, institutional capacity, infrastructure resilience, and public trust. India has the opportunity to demonstrate that scale and responsibilities are not opposites. They are mutually reinforcing. And I look forward to the discussions ahead as we collectively shape this next phase of AI. Powerful, accountable, and aligned with long-term human progress. Thank you.